Let's welcome back to the show Fox News contributor Joe Concha. He's a great writer and thinker. Joe, it's good to see you again. Joe, how do sitting senators and Democrats like Chuck Schumer, Chris Murphy, Governor Gavin Newsom not know that workers do not have First Amendment rights at work? That includes late-night hosts. The First Amendment does not protect what they say on the job. Companies can fire you at will.
Precisely, Liz, because you are representing a brand. And when that brand is toxic, in the case of Jimmy Kimmel Live, then that employer has a right to say, I don't want to pay you $15 million anymore. And when people say, well, Jimmy Kimmel's speech has been taken away. No, it hasn't. He could start a podcast just like Don Lemon and Joy Reid and Jim Acosta have from his kitchen and say whatever he wants. But this was a last straw moment for Disney, Liz, for ABC, for those affiliates, Nexstar and Sinclair. This was such a disgusting lie about the shooter of a father of two young children, a husband, the only son of a mom and dad. Here are the questions. Was Kimmel losing millions for Disney? Yeah. Was Kimmel a PR nightmare? Yeah. Were affiliates like Sinclair and Nexstar finally fed up after Kimmel blatantly lied about Charlie's shooter? Yes. So from a business perspective, this was a no-brainer. Because think about it. It's not about free speech. This is about the free market, supply and demand. The supply in Kimmel's case was toxic. The demand was almost non-existent. You showed the ratings there before, a very distant third. Oftentimes, Greg Gutfeld would double and triple his audience despite having like 1/20th the resources. So this is how you become a next late night host. And for those other networks, CNN, MSNBC, and all these Democrats saying that this is an attack on free speech, you clearly don't know how capitalism works and how branding works. And for Disney, you can't have a person like that who is almost subhuman in the things that he said over the years, wishing death on people, for example, that didn't get the vaccine, said that in 2021, wished death on Mike Pence after he got the vaccine, says you just drink Clorox and call it a day. And this is someone who mocked President Trump on Wednesday night also when he said, this is not how an adult grieves the murder of somebody called a friend. This is how a 4-year-old mourns a goldfish. That's utterly vile to say that Trump was mourning his friend and he mocks that. Again, to Stephen A. Smith's point, where's the joke? Because I'm not seeing it or hearing it.
You go overseas, right? And you come back home and you see how totally crazy the media is. Their hysteria, the craziness, they make the nation crazy. I mean, these are the same Democrats and media who called to cancel Twitter after Elon Musk bought it, who supported the Biden White House and their own disinformation governance board for censorship. And now that Jimmy Kimmel is caught with misinformation and lying, they claim it's a free speech issue. When it's, as you point out, he can go make a show from his kitchen. He could still have his free speech rights and say whatever he wants. He just lied to the entire nation and smeared Trump voters when they were mourning the death of Charlie Kirk, a very good man. By the way, Turning Point Board unanimously elected Erika Kirk as this new CEO and chair. Joe, there are now 54,000 new chapters requests for Turning Point USA at American schools. Take that on.
Amazing. Charlie Kirk starts Turning Point USA at age 18. Like we're all thinking about where are we going to college, where are we going to go have some fun? And he says, I want to change the course of this country, and builds it from scratch. 13 years later, millions of followers, sells out campuses all over the country, and now 54,000 chapters may be emerging from this. So I guess if you're looking for a silver lining in an otherwise horrible situation, this is it. But I think to get back to your original point, Liz, the fact that the media is more upset that Jimmy Kimmel was canceled for every good reason, more than they were about Charlie Kirk being executed, that tells you a lot about where their priorities are at this point.
Thank you so much, Joe Concha. You always bring it. Read Joe Concha. He's terrific.